talk to somebody here. And hey, it's
Bad he
Quinn,
lost, you know,
our
and he was just carrying
self-proclaimed
this pressure for no
MVP
reason.
himself.
Just playing the
Quinn,
game.
I see a
And
big
we
smile
talked a
on
lot
your face. I
yesterday,
mean, has to be a very
and we
satisfying
came to
victory,
Elizabeth
not
today.
just
We did
going to
not
the
want to
international, but the fact that you
like
guys
play them out.
managed
It
to
was fun
bounce
to play to
back
win,
after a
and making
2-0
mistakes is part
against
of the
Nouns
game.
in the first place, right?
Yeah,
We
it always
don't care about
qualifying to TI
mistakes.
always
We
feels
will
really
play
good.
the
I mean, to
game
be honest, we just
until
played like
we
absolute
win, you
garbage
know.
yesterday. Me especially, to be honest.
It
I
was a
just
bad
played
day,
like an absolute
and
living, walking trash
they,
can.
they also kind of
So honestly, I just needed the wake up call to like undumpster myself and come in today and like play like a human being. So that's what I did, and what we did as a team.
Well, you did more than play like a human being. I would say you played a little bit closer to a god today. I mean, we called you the MVP because we felt like you dominated that mid matchup. Were you very confident? Being able to match up against Gunner, it seemed like, well, all right.
I called him
Avery
MVP just so he wouldn't be mad at me. I don't know if he was the real MVP, but I'm sure the rune RNG helped a little. Let's ask the real question here.
Okay.
After you got the 10th double damage rune.
Dude, there were so many. That was crazy. I've never gotten that many DD runes in my life. They just kept spawning. I was like shocked every time.
Did you think you won the game by the 10th spawn, or was it the 8th spawn? Or
I think it might have been the 6th or somewhere around the
6th. Okay, all right. The 6th double damage was when you started to feel like you're going to TI. That was the one, huh?
Yeah, around that mark.
Would you be okay with us giving double damage rune the MVP, at least in that game 3 anyway?
Yeah, that's great. At least honorable mention.
Definitely it's an honorable mention.
How was the celebration? I mean, you guys, I'm sure it felt very good. That game 3 felt very secured for a while, but when you finally did force the GG call out of Nouns, I'm sure there was a big group hug. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, a lot of fist bumps, a lot of just relief. I think most of the time when you qualify to think, like, qualifiers are just so stressful that when it's over, it's just relief more than anything. So I think everybody just breathes a big sigh and gets to like chill. We'll go back and watch whatever TV at the Airbnb before we fly out tomorrow. It's just very nice to have that burden lifted and to know that, hey, we bounced back from yesterday. We had a crappy day. We figured out our problems and we came back and fixed stuff and played well. And that's a nice feeling to have fixed issues and to been kind of down and pulled yourself back up.
What were some of those problems that you guys rebounded from? Like, what was? I mean, were there direct fixes, or was it just people pulling each other out of the abyss, so to say? Was it just the vibe, the mentality wasn't good enough?
I think a lot of it was vibe / mentality. There were like some specific gameplay things we talked about, but I think majority of it was we were just being big giant cowards. Like there were like things we could have done. We could have exerted ourselves much more. We're just we're just playing like giant big fat cowards, and we can't. I don't know. Like it's just pathetic. If you watch those games with like any understanding of Dota, it was just like an absolute eyesore and travesty. So, I think after coming away from that, it was just like, yeah, let's just not be such big cucks and go stomp them.
Avery, did you feel that way? I mean, I feel like you've got you know a thing or two about Dota. Did you feel like that was a travesty in the upper bracket final?
I mean, I think there were some strategical difficulties, but I think mostly, yeah, I would agree. Like the gameplay was not there. If you look at the individual gameplay, that was, yeah, I'll agree with Quinn. I'll call it. That was a travesty. I think that's a reasonable word to use.
Holy.
Okay. We just have one more question going into this, Quinn. Looking forward, this is going to be your 4th time at the International? I mean, this squad has repeatedly shown up at TI, has been one of the great hopes of NA, and I would say, well, so many times you guys have had an unfortunate bracket luck where you keep on running into OG. What's going to be different about this year for you guys in this squad?
I mean, I think you always get a little bit better. I think there's some difference there, and that each time, like, there are things you learn as like in terms of teamwork, in terms of like team play, whatever stuff you continue building on the stuff. And I think that continues to give you a better shot if you feel like you're improving faster than other people. I also think me personally, I've like grown / like understood a lot more about like myself and how that like pans into gameplay and stuff over the past months, which I think has helped me a lot and will help me to be very consistent and play very well at TI. So I know in terms of like me as an individual, I'm pretty optimistic about that because I think I would play like much better at TI than I have in the past.
And it feels like that's a story for you guys as a whole. I mean, Avery, we've had that conversation with like Mojo, a lot of personal growth, it seems like, for you guys as a squad this year.
And that
Yeah.
is very vital to.
Sorry.
I think if you, I was gonna say, you know, if you guys stop throwing some games here or there and you get the consistency up, that sounds like a winning recipe. What happens if you go to TI and you run into Thompson again?
I mean, that's hype. I haven't played against Thompson in a long time. I'd love to play against Thompson.
Have you learned enough that this time is the time you will defeat him? Because he has been the ultimate boss for this squad for, it feels like, forever, and he has a
I've
chance
only
to go
lost to
back
Thompson
again.
one time.
Is that true?
Yeah,
That can't be true.
I didn't lose to OG. I wasn't on VGJ Storm, right? And he wasn't on Thompson, or Thompson wasn't, or he was on the team. Yeah, I wasn't on the VGJ Storm team.
Oh, I guess that's true. All right, well, tell him hello for me, I guess. But...
No, it's 2 times actually. It's 2 times, not 3. Okay, yeah, it is a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah,
for
it's a
all my
lot.
fans, everybody that's
You'll
supporting
Too
go
many.
back and look at the history, you know, repeat it later. But hopefully, you know, the new stuff you guys bring.
But I don't have
I
any
look forward to
grudges
watching you guys
against
play
anybody,
there.
like
I think you
hatred
guys
or
have a
anything. I
very
just
good
wanna
shot
say
at
that
doing
because,
well
like
this
I've said
year.
it a bunch of times.
Good
I really
luck.
do like the fans.
I appreciate it.
A lot that people
Yeah,
have.
best of luck, Quinn, moving forward for the international. And that's going to be it for the interview. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being you. You may always make a great interview. So good luck at TI. Look forward to seeing you there.
Haters suck my nuts.
Of course, and a classic Quinn.